DUSU election results are expected to be declared today, with the university enforcing strict measures to ensure adherence to the election rules, that is. Now, as far as this development is concerned, the affidavit also bans candidates from organizing roadshows or rallies to celebrate their victory. Non-compliance with these conditions could lead to the cancellation of a candidate's win or removal from the elected position. The move is in line with existing election regulations and follows an ongoing case in the Delhi High Court. Cutting across to Nikhil Lakwani, my colleague, who will help us draw more perspective as far as that is concerned. Nikhil, with all that we've seen previously that's happened, also with the wrap by the court, with essentially what we saw in the month of September, finally the results are going to be announced today. We're given to understand the counting is underway and should be out somewhere this afternoon.
So, Nivedna, that's clearly right. And currently we are reporting from outside that particular location. This is the North Campus of the Delhi University, wherein in view of the counting, today the restrictions have been made, the barricading has been put up, and also the list of candidates for the different posts, that is also something which has been pasted here. We can see that there is deployment of the Delhi police personnel, and the additional cover is also being provided by the CRPF. So nobody is allowed to move beyond a point to keep a check on the overall law and order situation, because in the past we have seen as to how exactly the chaos turns out when it comes to the overall voting and the counting process as well. And as you have rightly mentioned, Nivedna, this was supposed to be held in the month of September only, and the votes were expected to be counted in the month of September. But because many of the properties which are part of the North Campus, they were defaced by many of the those people who were participating as the candidate. So the matter reached out to the Delhi High Court, wherein it was informed until the court is satisfied, until the entire restoration of the public property is done, till that time the counting of votes is not going to take place. So after the completion of the entire activity, after the affidavit filing from the side of the candidates and from the side of the different stakeholders, today finally the counting is going to take place. And as we speak, Nivedna, the counting is already underway, and we are expecting between 12 to 1 p.m. the results will be out. ABVP versus NSUI, this contest is going to be, although there are many of the independents as well who have equally fought the election. So we need to see by 1 p.m. as to who turns out as the one who has got the majority of the votes. And post that particular announcement, there is also press conference which is going to be organized from the side of the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad. So this is the overall detail which is coming in from the North Campus of the Delhi University. Back to you.
Right, Nikhil. In fact, as you pointed out, a quick follow-up just for our viewers to better understand what had essentially happened previously with the visuals that we continue to look at on our screens, where you were also reporting from ground zero when this was taking place in September, which is why that wrap by the court had come.
Well, if we take you through the overall details, so as you have rightly mentioned that the elections were held in the month of September only, and they were expected to be out in a day or two as far as the results are concerned. But there was this advocate who reached out to the Delhi High Court, and this matter was sub judice long before the court. And this time around as well, and this is something which we have shown in the mirror now as well, as to how in the garb of the overall student election, there is this muscle power, money power as well, which is usually experienced and observed from the side of the candidate. So this was something which was also observed from the side of the court of law as well. And this is the particular lane from where we are reporting from. As we speak, both the sides of the walls are currently painted. I would urge my camera person Sujit ji to show you the pictures of the walls. So these are the particular walls which are freshly painted, and during the course of the election, when the elections were ongoing, that time during the part of the campaign, many of the public property were defaced by the candidates. Many of the paint was crashed, and there were a couple of activities which were clearly not legal in that particular context. So these were the overall things which were observed from the side of the Delhi High Court, and they had given out the directions to all the candidates, including that of the administration of the Delhi University as well, that until they are completely satisfied with the overall restoration of the public property, till that time they are not going to give out the permission for the counting of votes. So finally, after the submission of the affidavit from the side of the stakeholder, today as we speak, the counting is currently underway, but it will be noon by the time the results are going to be out for the DUSU elections. Back to you.
Right, Nikhil. Thank you very much for joining us in the broadcast and getting us a quick picture of what's happening overall at the moment and, of course, what we'll essentially look at unfold as well. But for now,